Hi everyone, this is Stephanie from Essential Love. I'm so excited. This is my first video. I hope you guys like it. If you follow my Instagram or Tumblr, you know that I do the no poo method of washing my hair. Basically, no poo is not using any chemicals, parabens, silicones, all natural ways of cleaning your hair only. I started out using baking soda and apple cider vinegar. I don't have my baking soda with me right now, sorry. But I started out with a tablespoon of baking soda and an 8-ounce thing of water. Found out that that wasn't really getting my hair clean. It wasn't keeping the oil away. So I bumped it to 1.5. That worked for a while, and then I bumped it to 2 tablespoons in an 8-ounce thing of water. And that's what's working best for me. This is just an old Dr. Bronners Castile soap bottle. That's what I use. It's got a squirt top. So I just apply the baking soda wash to my roots only, massage it. It shouldn't just feel like water. It should feel kind of slimy, almost, not slimy, slicker than water, if that makes sense. It just doesn't feel like regular water in your hair. Your mixture shouldn't feel like regular water. Rinse that out, and then you condition with apple cider vinegar. You use the apple cider vinegar not only to condition your hair, but it restores the pH balance. The baking soda is alkaline, it's basic. The acid in the apple cider vinegar just balances everything out. So for those of you out there who think baking soda is bad for your hair, it is if you were to make a paste. Don't ever make a paste. It's too harsh. It will dry your hair and your hair will end up breaking off. If you dilute it, then it kind of matches your pH. It'll be all evened out by the apple cider vinegar, but you have to dilute your baking soda wash. You can't just use it as a paste or straight up. It will ruin your hair. The reason why you want to go no poo is to get rid of the chemicals in your hair from the regular products that you use. They contain parabens, silicones, sulfates are really bad for you, and wax. So then your hair feels awesome, it feels slick, it feels healthy, when in reality it isn't. No poo basically strips your hair of all of that, and your hair is left naked. So the straw-like texture that you get from no poo, it's not actually no poo that's causing your hair to feel that way. That is what your hair naturally feels like. So when you go no poo, you do have to deep condition your hair. You can use coconut oil. It works fine. It just won't rinse out with the baking soda rinse. You can leave it on for an hour and then wash your hair, but it won't come out with your baking soda rinse. So you can use like a shampoo bar. This one's from Chagrin Valley. It loves Chagrin Valley shampoo bars. You can use raw honey. You can use 2 tablespoons of raw honey. Just microwave it down. Because if you just apply it straight as, it is too thick, and that will like yank all your hair out. So I would microwave it, apply it to wet hair, and like put a shower cap over it so you don't get sticky, get it all over the place. Leave it on for an hour. You can leave it on longer than an hour. It just really nourishes your hair. I use it in a conditioner when I don't feel like deep conditioning my hair. I put half a teaspoon of raw honey. I use a capful of my apple cider vinegar, and I mix it in an 8-ounce bottle. I know I keep showing you this bottle, but I have other bottles that are empty that I use. So yeah, the half tablespoon of honey, the capful of apple cider vinegar, and just a bottle of water. Shake that up, and it's so nourishing that I really don't need to deep condition my hair anymore. I do other things to it to keep it nourished. When you deep condition, you can also use egg yolks. 2 egg yolks over wet hair, shower cap. It'll strengthen your hair, it'll make it stronger. The protein in the yolks will just keep your hair super strong. You can use aloe vera. Be sure you use the all natural plant Organic gels, don't use anything that has alcohol in it. Be sure you are using the pure form of the plant or the gel, so that you're not adding anything in and you did all this hard work for no poo. You can use yogurt. It treats inflamed scalp, and it moisturizes your hair. Raw honey. You can use any of the oils like argan oil, jojoba oil. Just know that it won't come out with the baking soda. There are other ways of washing your hair with no poo. You don't just have to use the baking soda shampoo mix. You can use shampoo bars. I use Chagrin shampoo bars. They are awesome. They're all natural. They're just made with natural oils, natural butters, and essential oils. This one is the coconut milk bar, and it just smells clean. It doesn't really smell like anything. And when I use it, I don't use the big chunk like this. I actually slice it to right about here. I use that because it'll melt otherwise, like the surface area, there's just too much in the shower, so it'll melt, and I like them to last long. So I just cut mine down. I rub it in my hand and apply it to my scalp, and then I rinse it out. I do it now, rinse it, I wash this side, rinse, rinse, wash this side, rinse, rinse, and then I condition twice. So you can use shampoo bars instead of the baking soda to wash your hair. You can use raw honey to cleanse your hair. This is the raw honey that I use. You can mix a tablespoon of honey in an 8-ounce thing of water, or 10 ounces, or you can use less honey. 1 tablespoon seems to work for me. Any more than that, it's just too moisturizing. It just like weighs my hair down. So if you have finer hair than I do, maybe just use a 1/2 tablespoon. I just apply it to your roots, massage it in, and then really, really rinse it out, and then follow up with the apple cider vinegar. Whatever way you cleanse your hair, I would just always use the apple cider vinegar in some way to condition your hair to restore the pH balance. You can use honey, the shampoo bars. There's clays that you can use, the bentonite clay. Just make it into like a paste. I don't personally do that, but I've read you can do that. Just make it into a watery type paste, apply it to your roots, let it set, and then rinse it out. And the bentonite clay can hold like 12 times its size, so it absorbs the oil and the dirt, and then you just rinse it all out. And then again, condition with your apple cider vinegar. There are other things that I use product-wise for no poo. This is an old bottle. It's my Tresemme bottle of heat protectant, but inside I have coconut oil, and it's only filled to here. Like to here with warm water, and 1/2 tablespoon of coconut water. And I shake it up, and then it's my heat protectant, so I just apply it to wherever I'm going to apply heat. It does solidify, like it'll have the layer of coconut oil on top, or sometimes it'll be in chunks, so I do have to run it underneath the sink with warm water and then shake it up. I just look in the thing and make sure that the oil's all dissolved, and then I spray it on. I also use Chagrin Valley tea rinses. This is the detangling rinse. I steep like 2 tablespoons of this, and I just filled this up and then dumped that amount of water into my pot, and then I steeped 2 tablespoons of this in my tea little ball that I have, and then I put it in here. So this isn't really actually the Aussie Scrunch gel. It is actually my Chagrin Valley detangling rinse. Excuse me. And I just leave this in the fridge because it is tea, and I don't want it to go bad or to grow any mold. And Chagrin Valley has other tea rinses. They have a volumizing rinse. I've used that. I put it in a bottle and just apply it to my roots. I didn't really notice anything when I did it that way, but when I actually put it in like a cup and rinsed my hair with it and let it dry, I did notice a difference. My hair was just a little bit fluffier, had a little bit more oomph to it. But this detangling spray, I just put it on after I take a shower. It smells okay. It smells really herby, but I don't mind it, and it goes away. And it detangles my hair really well. I used to use like a mixture of apple cider vinegar and water. It was like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to water in a spray bottle, and I was nervous about the smell, even though I didn't need to be. The smell of apple cider vinegar, it dissipates. So if you're worried about that, don't be. It goes away. By the time you're done with the shower, it'll go away. I use this comb I got from Sally's. Don't even know the brand. Crest. It is a wet hair comb. The teeth are wide, and I just like the handle to it. And I also use this when I get out of the shower, and I just start from the bottom and work my way up. I also use a, sorry, I'm getting a text message. I also use a boar bristle brush. This is essential to no poo. It will help distribute oils from the top of your hair down the shaft, and it will nourish the rest of your hair. It just feels good. It makes your hair healthy. Your hair oils are the best things for your hair, so that's what you need to use. Make sure it's a real boar bristle brush. Otherwise, if it's fake, it can ruin your hair. It can snag it. It can break it off. You want to use a real boar bristle brush. The boar hairs are mostly like our hair, so it really brings down the oil and all the dirt. On oily days, when you have to use dry shampoo, this is like a lint roller for your hair. It will take out all of that powder, and you won't even know you used dry shampoo. On oily days, I use this. It's my dry shampoo. It is just cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder, what else? Rice flour and cornstarch. And I just used a cup of each and put it in this big jar. And to keep it from settling, I always just shake it up. That's that. And lastly, if I don't want to use coconut oil, I use my Jane Carter solution, Nourish and Shine. And it's just like a buttery pomade. It feels so good. It smells so good. I just warm it up in my hands, and I use it like every other day because it weighs my hair down a little bit if I use it every day. And I just apply it from the length down, really concentrating on my ends. And it just nourishes your hair. It makes it feel so good. It doesn't feel like straw. I really use it whenever I curl, not these curls, but whenever I have wavy hair, and I like use it like a pomade and piece out the curls so they have definition. And this stuff just smells so good, and all it is mango butter, grapefruit oil, Alipe, kokum, and shea butters, vitamin A, D, and E, and that's it. So this is good for no poo. It's like $22 at Whole Foods, and I got this last April, and I still have so much of it left. So I think this is a really good buy for no poo. It's just a product you can use to, when your hair is feeling like straw, just apply it, massage it in, and your hair will feel so soft. Love it. Before you go no poo, there are some things I want to tell you about, warn you about, some tips. You need to clarify your hair before you go no poo. I would just either get a clarifying shampoo, clarify your hair, condition with the apple cider vinegar. Don't condition with the regular conditioner you're using. It will just put the silicones and waxes and parabens back in your hair. I condition with 2 capfuls of apple cider vinegar, just this cap. Just fill it up 2 times, and I put it in an 8-ounce bottle of cold water. I condition it. I'd like dump it just on my length, just from the ears down. Rinse it out. Like I use half of a bottle at a time. So I dump half, rinse it out, then I dump the other half and I leave it in for a while. Do that after you clarify your hair. The apple cider vinegar, you want it to be raw, unfiltered with the mother. With the mother is key. It's just extra nourishing than regular white vinegar would be, and be sure it's organic. I only use 2 capfuls because it's all my hair can handle. My hair is really fine, so it'll get really oily if I use any more than that. So you want to clarify your hair with a regular clarifying shampoo, or whatever shampoo you're currently using. Use that and just a tablespoon of baking soda, and that will take all the silicones and parabens. It'll just strip it all out and it'll leave your hair naked. But you do want to condition with this. Before you even get to the clarifying step, I would start washing your hair less. Your scalp will get used to producing less oil. When I did it, I washed every other day, and I used like herbal essences in the blue bottle. I think it's like the coconut moisturize. And then I went down to washing every 2 days, every 3 days. I only washed on Mondays and Thursdays, and my hair was growth, but it only took 2 weeks of that wash cycle for my hair to get used to it. And I think that's why now I can wash my hair once a week and my hair doesn't get too oily. I just washed it Tuesday and I'm getting just a little bit of oil here in my roots. So before going no poo, just be warned that your hair will get oily. No poo takes patience, it takes time. Not everyone, your first go, you might get the recipe wrong. It might not wash everything out. It might be too weak. It might be too strong. It might dry your hair out because you put too much baking soda. It might get oily because the apple cider vinegar, you put too much in your roots. I can't put it in my roots. My hair gets too oily too fast if I put it in my roots, so I only put it from the length down. I used to make a different solution for my roots to help treat dandruff. I would just do 1 capful of apple cider vinegar in an 8-ounce bottle and put that in my roots, and then I would have another bottle and you would have the 2 tablespoons, 2 capfuls, and rinse it out. Now I just use a half tablespoon of honey and a capful of apple cider vinegar for my conditioner. When you do go no poo, be sure you clarify your hair first. Don't use a conditioner after you clarify it. Use your apple cider vinegar to condition with. Wait as long as you can before you wash with the baking soda. It will just help your hair regulate. It'll get used to producing oils, less oils, if you wait in between your wash times. Sorry guys. So then you wash with your baking soda, condition with apple cider vinegar, and try to hold out 2 days. If you used your regular shampoo and you're washing less and less, then you should be okay. You shouldn't go through a crazy transitional period. But if you choose not to wean your hair off and just jump straight into no poo, just know your hair will get oily. It's not because of no poo. It is just because your hair is so used to being stripped of its oils and replenishing it. It's just going through the motions pretty much. So your hair will get used to it eventually. Just stick through it. Just stick to it. It'll be worth it. Use a boar bristle brush to bring that oil down, and that way your scalp will just get used to reproducing oils less. Be sure you deep condition your hair while on no poo, because your hair is naked. It will feel like straw, and do not think it is the no poo method that's making it feel like straw. Your hair was probably already feeling like straw when you used your regular shampoos. It was just that silicones and waxes coated your hair and it made it feel healthy, when really it wasn't. If you do choose to use heat on your hair, be sure you use some type of heat protectant. This isn't commercial heat protectant. This is actually a mixture of water and coconut oil. You can use jojoba oil, you can use sunflower oil. Grapeseed oil is really good. You can mix it with water. Those other oils besides coconut oil you have to shake it before you use it, but you don't have to run it under hot water to make it dissolve. Coconut oil is the only one that solidifies with the room temperature. I wouldn't use dry shampoo during the transition period, just because you want your hair to naturally transition. If you use dry shampoo, then it absorbs the oil, and then your hair will get used to it being absorbed instead of just sitting there. I don't know. You want it to transition naturally. You don't want to do anything to take away the oil besides wash it. You can wash as often as you want, but if you're using the baking soda method, do not wash every day. It's too harsh, it's too much. Try every other day, and then try to go down every 2 days. If you don't like the baking soda method, you don't have to use it. You can use shampoo bars. Be sure they're all organic, all natural ingredients, so you don't undo all the no-poo work that you've done. You can also use Castile soap. What I did was I just used like a 10-ounce bottle or old shampoo bottle, and I dumped some of the Castile soap. I used 2 capfuls of that in a thing of water. Excuse me. You have to dilute this stuff too, otherwise it's too harsh for your hair. And it doesn't, even though it's a soap, it doesn't really suds up very well. At least it didn't for me, and it can leave a residue, so you also have to follow both the shampoo bar and the Castile soap with an apple cider vinegar rinse. So yeah, I hope everyone goes no-poo and try to eliminate chemicals from your hair. It's really great. My hair has grown. My bangs were here when I started no-poo, and now they're down to here, so I think my hair has grown 5 inches since going no-poo. So that's good. Your hair will grow faster, it will just be healthier, and it will just be better for you. You're not absorbing the chemicals that you used to. If you have any tips or questions, put them in the comments below, and follow my Instagram and blog. Thank you!